matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So Navy's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. He's off spot in the middle. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. Offense gets set for second down. Off play action. And they got him for the sack. And there is a little more difficult to defend than pressure right up the middle, and the big nose tackle brings it there.
And he starts right on the football. A lot of time he gets double teamed, right? Because he's right there and you got the guards next to him, but the big fella just uses his power, overpowers the line, gets to the quarterback, and gets the sack.
This is a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Ball in the air, intercepted. Taking it the other way. The 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and read this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. From the gun. Pulls it in. It's short. Still running at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. Motion from the offense. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular. That's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. From the gun. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Not the type of accuracy you typically see from this senior quarterback.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Lets it fly. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. Running back searching for a hole. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
Big time throw on that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame quarterbacks. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann. They'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent. He's got accuracy. And because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 1st down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. The give to the tailback. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
They make the tackle at the 22. We'll give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a 1st down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Trying to get the corner. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on the...
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The AT unit on the field.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. And Navy will go back on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Look, that interception is not the quarterback's fault. It's those dumb coaches for putting him in the game.
Putting him in that position in the first place, right? I'll tell you what, let's give the defender some credit here. I think Reese, he just wanted the ball more. He did a great job in coverage, watching the QB, anticipating the receiver on his break. He went up and plucked it.
They go to the ground. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has. So nice job.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, obviously at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. And here comes the Navy offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Comes out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Using the quick game. At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Trying to find his man on first down. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Midshipman.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but build some momentum. Maybe this second half you keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. From inside his own 15, looking for room, and the returner will be brought down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And that pass intercepted. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going up top on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Unleashes one deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Wants to fire on second down. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. But when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
Fires to the tight end. Finds a crease at the 20. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Finds his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Navy will have to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
Smashes through. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The Irish send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. And Navy will go back on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that lap.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
All right, well, that QB knows he now has to get the ball out of his hands quick because that defensive end turned the corner fast.
This could have the earmarks of a wasted drive if they don't come up with something on 2nd down from the 13. He's looking to throw. He's got the tight end. Good, solid tackle.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
He's right on target. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's short. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Second and short now after that completion. Looking to throw it again. Gets it out fast. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Looking to go up top on first down. Complete downfield. Defense was right there, but they couldn't stop him from making the catch, and he's got it to the 30. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. He's going to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit...
Throws toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what... that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Now on second down. Leaves it with the back. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the stomping has commenced. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. That one might have put the finishing touches on this game.
This one is over. Game, set, match. The defense had a chance to maybe kind of keep their team in it, but the offense said, take it to the locker room.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They marched 78 yards down the field, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. And here comes the Navy offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the tight end. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse.
And the pass hits, picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. After the big first down sack, it's second down. He's looking to throw. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week in practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Let's see what he can do with it.
The return brings it out to the 34, and the Notre Dame offense will take over. 1st and 10.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to throw on first down. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.